What is the power of art? How does a single painting have the ability to capture not just a moment, but an entire story, one that resonates with people across time and space? Welcome, everyone. Today, we are delving into the profound works of one of the most influential artists of the 18th and 19th centuries, Benjamin West. Known for his pioneering approach to history painting, West created works that were not only visually stunning but emotionally resonant, bridging the worlds of history, heroism, and everyday life. In this video, we'll be exploring two of his most important works, The Death of Nelson, 1806, and Harvesting at Windsor, 1795. These paintings couldn't be more different in subject matter. One is a tragic, heroic portrayal of a national icon, while the other captures the quiet, timeless beauty of rural life. Yet, both are quintessential examples of Benjamin West's ability to capture profound human experiences. But what makes them so memorable? Why do these paintings continue to resonate with viewers today? Let's take a closer look at these two masterworks and explore the stories behind them, their meaning, and how they continue to shape the way we view art. Imagine standing on the deck of a ship in the middle of a great naval battle. The roar of cannons, the cries of men, and in the midst of it all, a great hero falls. How can a painter capture the profound sorrow of losing such a figure, while also celebrating the triumph of victory? The Death of Nelson by Benjamin West does just that. This powerful painting, created in 1806, immortalizes the final moments of Admiral Lord Horatio Nelson, one of Britain's greatest naval heroes, who died aboard his ship, the HMS Victory, during the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805. The Battle of Trafalgar was a defining moment in British history. Nelson led the British Royal Navy against the combined fleets of France and Spain, decisively defeating them. However, as the battle reached its climax, Nelson was shot by a French sniper. He succumbed to his wounds while still aboard the ship, knowing that the battle had been won. Nelson's death marked the end of an era for Britain and set the stage for British naval dominance during the Napoleonic Wars. West, who was an American-born artist living in England, was commissioned by the British government to create a painting commemorating Nelson's legacy. His task was to capture the grandeur and solemnity of the moment, while also reflecting the heroic narrative of Nelson's life and death. When West set to work on The Death of Nelson, he was not merely recording a historical event, he was crafting a moment that would resonate emotionally and symbolically with future generations. The way West composed this painting reveals his deep understanding of not just history, but also the role of art in shaping national memory. In the painting, Nelson is shown lying on the deck of the HMS Victory, his body supported by his officers. He is positioned in a way that conveys both physical weakness and spiritual strength. Nelson's calm face and serene expression suggest that, in his final moments, he achieved a kind of peace. This depiction is not just of a man dying, but of a hero's soul departing with grace, his duty fulfilled. West used light in a highly symbolic way. Nelson is illuminated, almost bathed in light, while those around him, the officers and sailors, are cast in shadow, emphasizing his importance as the focal point of the scene. The bright light surrounding Nelson is not just a technical choice, it elevates him to a symbolic level, almost as though he were a saint or martyr. His death, though tragic, is transformed into something greater than just a loss, it becomes a symbol of sacrifice and triumph. The moment of Nelson's death was a moment of victory for Britain. This duality, the sorrow of losing a great leader combined with the pride of victory, is central to the painting. West masterfully balances these conflicting emotions, making this not just a historical scene, but an emotional one, filled with depth and meaning. The death of Nelson speaks not only to the end of Nelson's life but to the themes of heroism, sacrifice, and legacy. For the British public, Nelson was not just a naval commander, he was a symbol of the nation's strength and resolve. His victory at Trafalgar ensured Britain's dominance on the seas for the rest of the 19th century, and his death, though tragic, became a rallying cry for national pride. Art historians often speak of how West's painting helped cement Nelson as a national hero in the public's imagination. In a time before mass media, art played a critical role in shaping how events were remembered. By presenting Nelson as a serene, almost divine figure in his final moments, West elevated the narrative of his death beyond the battlefield. The image of Nelson's calm face, even in the face of death, became an enduring symbol of the nation's strength and resilience. Art critics and historians have long praised West for his ability to balance the heroic and the human in this work. Dr. Simon Harris, an art historian specializing in 18th-century British painting, notes that West's portrayal of Nelson is not just about heroism, it's about the humanity that underlies true heroism. Nelson's death is shown with dignity and grace, transforming the tragic loss into a moment of profound national significance. For art lovers, the death of Nelson is a reminder of the emotional power that art can wield. It's not just a historical artifact, it's a work that continues to move people, even centuries later, because it speaks to universal themes of loss, heroism, and the enduring human spirit. Today, the death of Nelson is housed in the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool, England, where it remains one of the museum's most important works. It continues to attract visitors, many of whom are moved by its emotional weight and its representation of a pivotal moment in British history. It's a painting that has stood the test of time, and as history continues to evolve, it remains an anchor, reminding us of the sacrifices that shaped the world we live in. What happens when an artist chooses to capture something as simple as the harvest? How does an ordinary moment from daily life become extraordinary through the eyes of an artist? Benjamin West's Harvesting at Windsor offers us an answer. In contrast to the grand historical narratives of the death of Nelson, Harvesting at Windsor immerses us in the quiet, timeless beauty of rural life. Harvesting at Windsor was painted in 1795, a time when England was undergoing significant changes. The Industrial Revolution was beginning to reshape the country, and the rural life that had once been central to British identity was starting to be overshadowed by the rapid growth of cities and industry. West, who had been living in London and had achieved great success as an artist, decided to turn his attention to the English countryside for this particular piece. Windsor, with its rolling fields and proximity to the royal family, was an idyllic setting, and West sought to capture the harmony between nature, the land, and the people who worked it. Unlike the drama of Nelson's death, Harvesting at Windsor is serene, peaceful, and grounded in the simplicity of nature. The painting depicts a group of laborers working together in the fields during harvest time, with Windsor Castle looming in the background. There's a sense of order in the scene, the workers move in a rhythm, each one playing their part in the larger process of bringing in the crops. West's use of light in this piece is subtle but effective. The golden hues of the field reflect the warmth of late summer, and the workers are bathed in a soft, almost ethereal light. The figures are painted with grace and dignity, conveying that, despite the physical labor involved, there is beauty in their work. The composition emphasizes the connection between man and nature. The workers are not shown as mere laborers, but as part of a larger cycle. Their labor is part of something greater, a tradition that has sustained the British people for centuries. In Harvesting at Windsor, West taps into a key theme of late 18th century England, the pastoral ideal. There was a growing romanticization of rural life during this period, a desire to preserve the simple, noble aspects of life before they were swept away by industrialization. For many, the countryside represented the true spirit of England, peaceful, grounded, and connected to the earth. By choosing to depict rural labor as a dignified and almost spiritual endeavor, West elevates the agricultural life to a symbol of national pride. The workers, though humble, are portrayed with the same sense of dignity and reverence that you would expect to see in a grand historical or religious painting. Dr. Elizabeth Carter, a cultural historian, remarks that Harvesting at Windsor captures a moment of nostalgic idealization. She explains, in the face of industrial change, West's depiction of rural labor emphasizes the continuity of tradition, suggesting that there's value and beauty in the work of everyday people. It's an attempt to preserve a world that was rapidly disappearing. For viewers today, Harvesting at Windsor offers a window into the past, evoking a sense of peace and connection to the land that is often lost in the hustle and bustle of modern life. The painting speaks to our collective longing for simplicity and connection to nature. Currently, Harvesting at Windsor is housed in the Royal Collection at Windsor Castle, where it remains one of the most celebrated works of art in the collection. The painting serves as both a reminder of England's agrarian past and a symbol of the enduring beauty of the countryside. Benjamin West's paintings are more than just historical records. They are windows into the human soul, capturing the deepest emotions and timeless truths that transcend their specific moments in time. Whether depicting the heroic death of Admiral Nelson or the quiet dignity of rural laborers, West's work continues to speak to us, offering a profound commentary on sacrifice, heroism, and the beauty of the human experience. So, the next time you find yourself in front of one of Benjamin West's masterpieces, take a moment to reflect on the layers of history, emotion, and symbolism that make these paintings so powerful. In a world that constantly changes, these works of art remind us of what truly endures, the stories, the people, and the moments that shape our collective memory. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to exploring more of the world's great masterpieces with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into art history. Until next time, keep appreciating the beauty that surrounds us.